Joy Guru, today's topic of discussion is whether God is one or five in number. I think the discussion ends if we believe in the non existence of God. But let us assume that God exists. As a matter of fact, if we raise our eyes towards sky, towards the whole universe, then we see the galaxy of stars and planets day after day, year after year. And mystery arises to explain how this whole universe operates. We must have to believe that someone is there who is controlling the whole universe. Because even those who are the non-believer in the existence of God, they would have to answer certain questions like how some definite laws, some definite rules operate in the universe, even in the nature. Because it is so, so sophisticated, so intelligent laws and rules that operate, that one must have to take for granted that someone is there, someone is controlling that. Even if we say that it is a supercomputer, even then someone is there to control the supercomputer. So, therefore, God is there. Now the question is whether God is one or five means many in number. Now, if we see the sayings of Ramakrishna, he very simple saying, he has stated that, let's say, Bengali speaking people, they say water as jol, English speaking people, they say water as water, and Hindi speaking people, they say water as pani, but all of them are indicating the same object. So therefore God is one. There is also a story, very nice story, that a creature was in the tree and a person saw it and said to everybody that I saw a peculiar creature in that tree which was black in color. And another person also saw that creature one day and told everybody that I have also seen that creature, but that is red in color. And even a third one, that is another person who saw this creature and said that no, it was yellow in color. Now the question is whether they are saying is this false statements? No, all of them are correct from their perspectives. But the matter of fact is simply this, that all of them saw the same animal, that is same creature, that is a chameleon, who has the power to change its color off and on. Same is the case here, in case of God also. For example, here in Hindu religion, it is said that 33 crores of gods are there, and we worship very many deities. But we are worshipping the same God, the same person. Now, when Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra was asked about this creation, then he has stated that, and it is also said in the scriptures that God was alone. He wanted to be many. And Lord Ramakrishna, when he was asked why he wanted to be many, he simply answered that it is his sweet will. And as I've told you that regarding the creation, Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra stated that yes, it is his sweet will to be many. But the reason why he has stated that it is because that he wants to enjoy himself. He wants dalliance, leela. In Bengali it is called leela. Because dalliance is not possible without two, at least more than one. There is more than one. For example, the existence of I or me is not possible without the existence of you. So the term that is I, me, myself, these terms these terms are valid only when you yourself these terms are present, these terms are these terms are true. So therefore he wanted to be many, and he has created this creation, and the process of creation is continuing, not that it has stopped. And if we see his creation, really there is a very singular and very, I should say, peculiar, I should say, very nice thing is there. Very nice phenomenon is operating. Not two of his creations are exactly alike. This is the most uniqueness of his creation. No two animals are exactly alike. No two plants are exactly alike. There is some amount of difference, some amount of variations. There is no doubt about it. But still people argue that, let's say, in case of homozygous twins, they are almost alike, but not absolutely alike. There is some subtle differences. There is no doubt about it. Sri Thakur Anukul Chand has gone even a step further. He has stated that not only in the living world, but also in the inanimate world, we see there is difference. He has stated that not even two sand particles are absolutely identical. There is some amount of differences. So, the presence of universal occurrence of variation is the truth. The question is why? Because if he creates two creations exactly alike, then where is the enjoyment? Because he has already enjoyed with that person or with that object. So how can he enjoy himself with the same object? That's the reason why he is creating, and he has been creating, but all of them are different. Maybe some are absolutely different, maybe some are different. As a matter of fact, slightly different. For example, myself, that I am Amalandu Chatterjee, so I am stating before you, but you won't find another Amalandu Chatterjee in this whole universe. And Sri Thakur Anukul Chand stated that his creation itself is ample proof that God is one and unique one. This is a very peculiar statement of his, that God is not only one, but very unique one. Because each and everybody is different. He has stated a very nice statement one day when a woman came and told him that you are God himself. Sri Thakur Anukul Chand smiled and said, well, as you are goddess, therefore, you see, so I am God. Very nice answer. So therefore, because each creation is not only, one, but unique one. And Sri Thakur Anukul Chand stated this phenomenon that God is one and only one in very many ways. For example, when he was a mere child and he was studying possibly in standard 1, then his teacher asked him, just see, if one is added with another one, what would be the result? Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra immediately answered that it would be 1. The teacher got angry and said, how is it? And he whipped, but still I must say, this is still Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra stated, even the child Thakur answered that it would be 1, sir. Then the teacher said that, are you joking? And he whipped Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra. But still, even after severe whipping, he said the same thing. He said, sir, 2 ones, if we add 2 ones, then it would be 2 only when if the 2 ones are absolutely identical. But we do not see 2 ones are absolutely identical. Even 2 leaves of a tree are not absolutely identical. Then how is it that 2 ones should be absolutely equal? But the question definitely remains that if one is added with another one, how it would be 1 instead of 2, or anything, something different from 1. Now there is answer also. Let's say if you put 12 glasses under the sun, filled with water of course, then you would find that sun reflects on each and every glass, and it would seem that sun are now 12 in number. 12 suns are there, but the sun is only 1. But if there is a mechanism to break the boundaries of the glass and and if it is possible to make all the glasses into one glass and pour the whole water into that glass, then we would see that only one sun reflects. So, if we see differently, then one sun, the same sun, but we think that there are 12 suns, but the same sun is there. And if we put them equally together, if we put them together, in that case also we see the same sun. So therefore, if one is added to one, then it would be one, as S. Thakur so simply had answered. And in our scripture also, in Santri Mantra, there is a slope, it runs like this: Om Purnamada Purnamudam Om Purnamuda Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It means that is Parabrahma. That Parabrahma, that is the absolute being, the supreme being, is whole. That is, he is not disintegrated. He is an integrated whole. He is full. He is not a part. So if that, the Parabrahma, that is absolute being, is one. And the immanent God, that is the Parabrahma, you can say the transcendental God, while Nam Brahma, that is the immanent God, immanent Brahma, is also whole. And from whole, only whole sprouts. And when the Karja Brahma, that is active Brahma, assumes the shape of whole, only whole remains. Om, peace, peace, peace. This is the more or less English translation of this mantra. It also says the same thing. That is the same thing. That is, it is only one whole. So if you subtract, if you add, if you divide, if you multiply, everywhere you will see only one whole. So therefore, in conclusion, we may say that God is one, not only one, but also unique one. He cannot be five. As a matter of fact, he is not even two. How can it be five? So therefore, God is only one and unique one. As his creation proves, that each creation, each of his creations, you see, is not only one, but unique one. So therefore, as Sri Thakur stated, and definitely it is also true that each creation is a reflection of that, of God itself, because we, all of us, you see, have come from the same Brahman, that is same God. That's why, you see, it is said, in Bible also it is said that, you see, God has created man after his own image. If we assume that God as anthropogenic form, but there are people who believe in non-anthropogenic form, but whatever may be the case, if we give an immanent shape, that is, if we give a name and a form, and if we think that God is like human-like, in that case also he is one and unique one. And as Sri Thakur stated to that particular woman, that as you are goddess, you see, therefore I am God. That means each and every creation, you see, is in a way God, because all of us have come from the same God. The simple difference is simply this, that we are Jivatmas and while he is Paramatma. But anyway, but the matter, we can say the topic of discussion, that is whether God is one or five in number. The answer is very, you see, very categorical. That is, God is one, and not only one, he is unique one. So, live in love. Joy Guru.